Welcome to our Scaling Skills speaker series. I'm Terry Dockery. People call me Doc. I got a doctorate, makes me Dr. Doc Dockery. Be aware I'm recording this session and mute yourself if you will, if you're not asking questions or stuff, just to keep the background noise down. Ask questions anytime. I'll be asking Tony lots of questions. So we're in the middle of our high performance CEO and owner roundtable meeting where we help each other double revenue and have more fun doing it. So this is a fine group of leaders. Let me know if you want more information about membership. And something just popped up there. Our speaker today is musician, songwriter, and band leader Tony Prtichett. And I'm proud to say I'm the harmonica player in his Sons of Sailors Jimmy Buffett tribute band. Played in lots of bands over the years, and this is probably the most fun band I've ever been in. Great group of players, great group of players, great people. We just have a big time. And believe it or not, Tony has kept the core group of players together for over 40 years in different band configurations, which is freaking amazing under any circumstances, but especially in the music business with all these strange musicians like myself and Ryan, all these creative types. So I thought he might have a tip or two for us.
Tip a canoe. And,
yeah. So we'll welcome Tony.
Hello.
And so how long have you been doing this musician, songwriter, band leader thing?
Started my first song when I was 15, when Brenda Arrington broke my heart. And that was my first attempt at songwriting at age 15. Now, as far as the band goes, I guess the first band I ever had was my sister and cousin in high school. But then, went to college, had a little band there called the Munchkin Brigade. I was the tallest person in the band, and I'm 5'4". So we called ourselves the Munchkin Brigade. We were a folk group. That fizzled after junior college, and then when I went to University of Georgia, I was sitting at the BSU one day. It's the Baptist Student Union, and a guy named Tony Kaysen walks in the door and asked if he could play guitar with me, sitting on the sofa, and I said sure. And so from that moment on, Case and I, when I got a booking, it was Tony Prtichett and band, and Kaysen was the band. So it was just me and him. So that's how it started back in 1975.
Shoot, man. Well, just generally, what would you say? How would you characterize the kind of music you like, the kind of music you play? I know we do the Jimmy Buffett thing, but what in general, what do you like?
Well, I've always been a cover. I'm a bar singer. That's what I have done. I consider that's what I still do, even though I don't do any bar. Well, we play one bar now every year, except it closed, and so we'll have to wait to see if it reopens. But anyway, I'm a bar singer, so I do cover music, and I choose. I have chosen songs over the years that I like that don't stretch my limitations, that I know I can handle. And hey, Diane, and I can perform well and not mess up. That's how I choose songs. With the Jimmy Buffett stuff, I just go through his catalog, and we've got a core list of songs that we have to play at every show, and then for spice and variation, I'll try to bring in other songs to keep it from being exactly the same thing every show. But since we're playing at different venues in different cities and things like that, it doesn't really matter to the audience because they don't know they don't know that we sang the same songs in the last city. So
yeah, right. And now, tell me if I got this right. There are 8 of us on stage when we do a show. 5 of those guys have been together for a long time. Is that correct?
Yeah, about 46 years. Yeah.
Man, that is amazing. That is amazing. And what do you attribute that? Why are these? I mean, it's not like everybody's getting rich.
No, no,
So
no.
what has made that possible, do you think?
Boy, um, I, I, I think it's because I don't, hmm, I let them do what they want to do. I don't demand anything. Not really. I just ask them to show up on time, not be stoned. Um,
Yeah,
you know, be aware of what we're doing, and then I just let them play. And also I I think they know I appreciate them. I think,
yeah.
um, yeah, I think I think the love I have for them is incredibly strong, and I think they love me right back.
Yeah, I can attest to that. I think that's what makes this band special. And I'm sure having the kind of people that can have that shared experience.
Oh,
You know,
look! If I have gone when Tony Kaysen, the guy has been with me since '75. He took hiatuses, several hiatuses. I don't know if that's a word, but he would come to me and say, "Hey, Tone, I gotta not play for a while because I'm gonna be a DJ." And so he would stop playing. And so when Kaysen left the band, periodically, I would find other lead guitar players, and and I've let some go. I've asked people to, find another stage.
right. Well, so I mean, and this fits right into my biases, right? You got to have a business model or a strategy, and for this one, it's the Jimmy Buffett tribute thing because there's a market for it. You like
Yeah.
the music. There are a lot of people like the music, so there's your strategy.
Yep.
You guys play performance venues and not bars,
Yep. Yep.
which is a different kind of model. You get the right team, and then if they play well together, which literally in music requires that. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to help business people with, and that's why I felt like you've done such a good job of it. And uh, so, yeah, I was right. You are doing
Yeah. If a player comes on stage and overwhelms everyone else, they're not pretty much they're not welcome. And they'll know it pretty quickly. You either fit in or you leave, but no one's left, and so
right.
they all fit in beautifully.
Right. Well, that's a pretty sweet deal. I mean, I've played in lots of bands, and I will tell you, I like what you're doing. What kind of roles? So, like, in keeping, I've been a band leader. God bless you,
Yeah.
young man. I don't want to do that again. That's hard work. What kind of stuff do you do to keep the band going?
I get the bookings. I'm the lead singer, so I have to do that well. So I play rhythm guitar, and that's pretty much it. That's all I
Right.
do. Then I let everyone know. You know, I'll try to get I'll get the contract signed, get the amount of money we need to make everybody happy. Um, Always pay the boys up front before they even strike a note. Um, Sometimes I pay the boys and I don't get the check till a week later. So, but I want to make everyone happy that they're there.
Right.
So I think that's my best job of what I do.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Well, we had a problem at a show recently, and
don't want to talk
Tony,
about
Tony was negotiating. He'd already paid everybody in the band,
it.
and he said, "If y'all don't get this straightened out, you can keep my money because I'm gonna leave."
I'm on leave.
Hey,
That was an unusual moment. We rarely have a problem with sound techs, rarely, and mainly because usually when I book a gig, I know I book I have a suggestion of who I want for that particular gig as far as sound production, and we have about three that we can call and know they're going to do great.
Right.
And we had no idea who this person was because we didn't book him, and he turned out to be one of the worst people we've ever worked with ever.
Uh, Emphasizing you got to have the right team, right?
Yep, that's right. That's right. That's part of the team, and they got to know what we're
Right,
about, and yeah.
right. How many shows are you going to play this year?
Well, I think I've only booked 9 this year. We normally anywhere from 10 to we have booked over 20 in a year. That was a hard year for me because sometimes we'd book 2 nights in a row, and that's kind of tough on my voice. Um, but usually 10 to 15.
Right, right. And so in business we talk about target market. You know, who buys your tickets?
Uh,
What's your target market?
Obviously, Buffett fans, venues will market us. There's it's gotten a lot muddier these days as far as the waters go, just because there's so many Bluffett bands out there. People come and hear us, and they say, they heard us 2 years ago, and we weren't even in that city, so they get confused as far as who they hear. But Jimmy Buffett fans are the ones we target, and those, yeah, that's simple. And there's tons out there, so it's easy to fill a room.
Right, right. So how do you find, I mean, well, I guess you don't have to do a lot of finding of musicians, but I mean,
Not
sometimes,
anymore. No, not
but,
anymore.
but like you told me in this upcoming show, our regular drummer, Tim, who started playing with the band when he was 16, by the way, who has a
That's right.
PhD in education and runs a superintendent of a school system in South Carolina. And he has that some kind of conflict that there's going to be a different drummer. How do you find
Yeah.
the fill-in people?
Well, the fill-in people come from Kenny Head, our piano player. It plays with everybody because Kenny Head's a phenomenal piano player, and everybody
That,
wants him.
that's true.
So when Kenny runs into, well, he's the one that suggested Ryan Johnson. He and my brother Tim play in a band where Ryan was playing. We were looking for someone to fill in the holes where David Gould left, this massive wide hole, and we were and again Tony Cason was having some conflicts sometimes playing lead guitar, and so Tim and Kenny will find people that that they know they've played with and they think that would fit, and so they usually suggest, because I don't get out much. I play with this band and that's it. So they will suggest
Well, so
other.
you built a network. Like, what's the dig your well before you're thirsty, and then
Yeah,
if you can work through, same thing with hiring in any business. The first thing you do is go out in your network and find people that know people that you feel like you
right.
can trust and know something about. Is always the best, first step. Well, what were the
I
biggest?
haven't found anyone yet to take Kenny's place. If he's sick or unable to do a gig, if Kenny can't play, I pretty much don't book the gig.
And Kenny he truly is a phenomenal keyboard player. He just
Yeah,
it's uh and anyhow, and he told me I was good too, which was one of the highlights of my life. He said, "Man, I like the way you play that harp." I said,
yep.
all right, yeah, Kenny's great. What are the biggest obstacles you had to overcome along the way? I mean, I know you love what you do, or you wouldn't be doing it. But what are the least
The
enjoyable parts, I guess?
dealing with booking agents is tough. Sometimes they don't get it, but that's pretty much the obstacles. Juggling, juggling everybody's schedule who plays in the band. Like I said, I've got 3 people in the band who play with a lot of other bands, and they'll have dates. So I'll get this offer for a gig, and or usually it's all 3, because they all play together in other bands. 3 guys they'll say, we're booked, sorry, can't do the gig. and then so there goes that gig. But that's okay. I mean, there'll be other gigs. I don't get upset about it, but that is an obstacle.
Yeah,
Yeah, juggling schedules.
okay. And like I said, I love it that you're the band leader. I created a band one time, and then they fired me because they decided they wanted to do something else. And I said, I ain't doing that again.
I'm
We
waiting
just
for that day. I'm waiting for that day. They pack it up, Pritchett.
I was like, but because we all get to show up and have fun. And I said, yeah, and then let Tony do the heavy lifting, and we'll just show up and have fun. I like that role in the band.
Good, good. That's what you're supposed to like.
So what do you enjoy the most? I mean, I guess we're kind of repeating, but I mean,
No,
what really makes it worthwhile?
I like it when I connect with the audience because I'm always connecting. I'm always in the pocket with the band. I always know that they're gonna. It's consistent. I mean, it's as consistent as anything in my life. Um, the thing the when the magic happens not only when we're playing and something great happens musically, but to me the magic happens when we connect with the audience in some way. And of course, that has to do with them singing along, has to do with the cheers and the applause. It has to do with after the show when we're breaking down the equipment, we get to talk to the people in the audience. All that. I think that's probably the most enjoyable part for me.
But yeah, it really is. It really is like, in my view, a spiritual kind of experience. You could be praying, you could be chanting, you could be meditating. It's something that brings people together. They all come together in one place, shared, and and if I get philosophical for a minute, it's kind of we can celebrate our shared humanity, and it's just way fun. You break down walls.
Ryan Johnson just wrote a song called "Making to the Marshes" or something. What's the title, Ryan? "Making to the Marshes," right?
Correct.
Okay, just wrote a song called "Making to the Marshes," and in that song, there's a part where it talks about it being almost like church happening. People come to, yeah, it's a spiritual thing that you can't predict, you can't expect, and you better be aware when it happens because that's when it makes the most difference to me and I hope to other guys in the band. Just be aware of it.
So source of great joy. Like it's wonderful to be a part of. Seriously, as a performer, that those are the magical nights.
I don't think I don't know what else I could do differently that would bring me to where I am today. And I don't mind being where I am today. This is a good place for me.
Yeah. Well, one of my mentors said, "Follow the path with heart," and it sounds like that's what you've done. I mean, you make those choices day to day, and I think if you do that, it'll take you where you need to wind up. But well, those are most of the questions I had. Or how long you? We talked about this just the other day. How long do you think you're going to keep doing this?
um, I liked it better when we were one of few doing it, and now we're one of too many. The market's glutted, and our band was never a tribute band. We played his music because we loved it. I really want to stop playing in 2028. I'll be 76 years old, and I want to stop playing on September the 1st, which is the anniversary of Jimmy's death. And Jimmy died when he was 76 years old.
You
That
musicians have been played with or aware of bands where folks are not all in love like you set the table for Tony. Two that I've just kind of heard maybe that are a little bit of the different sort as far as their leadership styles would be Jackson Brown maybe and David Byrne. But they seem to be hugely successful and have be able to keep the band together at points and in certain ways. What's y'all's experience with how that magic can still happen without being a wonderful person
Well,
in the leadership role.
well, I'm just a guy that loves the people who are around him. I treat them with respect. I pay them as much as I can, and 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 just love what they give me back. That's basically it. Now, I think that is my success as far as holding on to the people who can make me look really good. Because that's yeah. Um, I'm a front man. That's it. I'm a decent guitar player, not great, and I have a pretty good voice. So all that to me has been my success in my life. Um, I like where, like I said, I like where I am. I would not want to have a record deal, even though I really wanted one when I was 32 years old, but I wouldn't want one today.
Well, it's all about how you define success, right?
Yep.